Alright guys, so welcome back to Kings of the Old World Qualifier 4. I'm afraid this one's not live, as can be evidenced by the buggy scroll speed, so AOE3 devs, please fix. It's nothing to do with the fucking overlay. Trust me, I am the world's most experienced commentator at this point. It is fucking nothing to do with that. So before you go, but Minimalt's mod breaks the game. It's nothing to fucking do with Minimalt's mod, which is fucking amazing, I might add. And our players aren't even using it this recording. Otherwise, I'd actually be able to tell you what shipments they haven't sent yet, or are going to send. Anyway, all that aside, we're through to Kings of the Old World, qualifier number 4 now. We're in the round of 64. We've got Thrar here, playing Mexicans. He's in the blue trunks. He's up against Summer456 on Lakota in the red trunks. And sorry about that little rant. It's just that basically your scroll speeds are really out of whack when you go to a replay, and you boot it up. Doesn't matter if you've got minimum scroll speeds like I do. It bugs out and you have increased scroll speeds and you've got to re-minimize it again. So yeah, it's a bug to do with recordings. It's not to do with live casted games. So I really wish the devs would get on to this and fix it. Sorry to ruin the opening of a lot of my games by rambling about it, but until it actually gets addressed, I'm going to keep whinging about it because it needs to be fixed. And the devs have pulled the whole, no, but the modders of ESOC that give you that spectator mod that actually shows you the texts that they've all taken, so that replays actually tell players information and know what the fuck's going on, that is what's breaking it, man. They try that whole card, and it's not fucking true. It's literally one big cop-out so they don't have to fucking fix it. And it's tiring, man. Like, AOE3DE is a great game, but it is a little bit unpolished in some areas, let's be honest. Like, it's not shit, it's not perfect. It's somewhere in the middle, like all things, but the devs are stupid. The ESOC team and the modding community are actually super commendable. You know, I've got no beef with them. Some of the players attached to UEC have done a little bit of shady shit at times. But that aside, the ESOC team and its paid staff themselves, phenomenal bunch of guys, there's nothing wrong with them. So the fault lies with the devs in that regard, with the buggy fucking scroll speed and the fact that you can't see text on recordings either. So I'm a bit gutted that I haven't got the UI mod, the ESOC, that I'm pretty sure Minimalt is one of the players behind developing. Anyway, not really paying much attention to what's going on. Thrar going for a forward hacienda, which he shipped. So he shipped this hacienda wagon and the 2 settlers. Aging up right now. Summer, aging up as well. He's got his market. Can't actually see what text he's taken, but I think he's grabbed hunting dogs already. And yeah, guys, sorry to get really AOE3 political at the start of this game. It's just tiring, because, you know, I'm actually an unbiased outsider. And, like I said, probably the most experienced commentator across the series these days. I don't mean to brag, but yeah. No one else in the world's done 22 tournaments in 30 days. Commentary. So we got Chief on the way for Summer. Kurataro on the way for Thrar. So the Central Hacienda. The deserted pikeman converted by Summer, already starting to chip away at it. But this is going to be used to ship a military wagon now. So Thrar gonna place a barracks now. Thrar's gonna one shot using the sharpshooter ability as that Pikeman was converted by Summer off one of the treasures, so you can use the ability as though it was still just a Guardian. A Mexican player. Very aggressive forward position here, getting Insurgente. So Summer shipping a bunch of Seaton Bowmen, so 7 of them on the way. Look at probably training some military soon, but even having the war hut's just nice because it's some static defense. His opponent's not going to push into that anytime soon. Summer's even taking a trading post, so he'll slowly start to get ahead in terms of experience. In fact, he's already got a nice XP lead. Oh no, Thrar, sorry, creeping ahead here on XP once again. So I think score and XP are slightly different, but they're a good indicator of where one another are at. Usually the player with the highest score is going to be ahead in XP and shipments. And so Salteador's on the way. A shitload of Insurgente. Here, a very fast push here from Summer. And how is our friend... I mean, a very fast push here from Thrar. Well, how's our friend Summer going to react? Thrar's taken out his war camp, but he's lost a lot of his insurgents. So he's shipped 10 of them and 5 of these Salteadors. So really strong composition here. So a really cheap musket type unit, plus a little stealthy skirmisher type unit for a Mexican player early on here, while Summer's just fielding his anti-infantry bowmen. Some club warriors, just a good general melee unit, but they're good against cavalry in particular, but they're really just tanking. Bit of a cheap front line against whatever his opponent's got, because he's just shipped them then. Doesn't necessarily want to send axe riders till after he clears out a bit more of these insurgents. There's a few more Salteadors to try and take out as well. Defensive war hut once again for Summer, but this time his opponent focusing down the TPs. But there's a few of them. He's not even going to get the first. So Summer now going to ship axe riders. He's slightly thinned out the insurgent count a bit more. There's a few more Salteadors, so his opponent's comp shifting towards anti-infantry infantry, so he might as well send more of these anti-infantry cavalry. But Thrar, impressive unit count for him, but I think he's starting to slip behind his opponent in that regard now. He's up in terms of the score, but I think it's mostly because his opponent's still actually shipping a lot of the units he's about to have out in the field. So Summer trying to creep forward on Thrar, but he's fighting outside of TP range, so he's going to need to want to try and pull his opponent back inside that, because he gets that nice health benefit. Axe Riders now out in the field. Insurgents, sorry, they're like a pikeman unit actually, rather than a musket. Salteadors. Focused down now by the Axe Riders and the War Chief, so really starting to turn around in Summer's favour here. This forward position for Thrar now starting to get a little bit picked off, but Thrar able to train up to 8 insurgents at once, only 5 Salteadors and other more full strength units, but those disposable insurgents you can train up to 8 at once. The other Explorer going down now though, so this is a big XP loss for Thrar to Summer. Thrar has a shipment available though, but he's not quite sure what to go for. Well, Summer now sending some Takala soldiers. Just a really nice melee cav to have on his side at this point. So Thrar going to head back home. He's got a stables now, so he's going to want to get some Chinacos. Some are about to focus down that Hacienda of Thrars, and it looks like he's really starting to creep ahead in terms of the pop. 67 to 45, 24 to 22 in terms of total pop and eco pop. In Summer's favour in both regards, so Summer's really starting to go full steam ahead now. A slightly more macro-y approach to this game. Taking out that Hacienda is a huge XP gain for him now though. So he's going to be able to send another shipment behind this. So chests of coin. He's mostly going to focus on the food eco from here. Getting just enough wallet actually is on the way. Actually, he's going to swap to Great Hunter first and go for coin gathering because he's starting to really run out of Wiscents around there and he needs a bit of instant food as well as to up that gathering speed. So Thrar now is going to find his opponent's hot on his heels though. He's lost that barracks, so his production's been out of whack. Some are able to really stream everything forward here. And Thrar has no choice but to try and either defend or go for an economic trade here. So Thrar trying not to engage with his infantry too early, but he might be engaging with his cavalry too early because of this. So the Janako is coming in on the Axe Riders and the Insurgents following up. But I think Summer's just got a little bit too much left to do, with this push. I don't think Thrar's going to be able to defend this. There's still plenty of club warriors here, even though the Axe Riders have all gone down. And that with the Bowmen. Militiamen is all that's left for Thrar at the moment other than one Janako. And probably should have had something shipped a minute or two ago so he could actually field a bit more army. And GG, he's going to have to tap out Summer, overwhelming him there with Lakota.